What y'all know about Birmingham? And I ain't talking about Alabama. Yeah, you thought I was talking about Alabama? We talking about in the UK. Yeah, they tweaking out in Birmingham. Yeah, it's a Birmingham in the whole other country, bro. And out there, they tweaking. You feel me? And I still see y'all comments
Now,
though.
Birmingham is one of
It just
England's
sometimes it
major
come up
cities.
slower.
It's located within the West Midlands and often attracts a lot of tourism from people visiting England. The population of Birmingham is around 1.1 million people living in and around the area.
Damn,
However,
that's a
what
lot.
a lot of people don't know about is the ongoing gang war within Birmingham, resulting in the gun and knife crime statistics soaring, with Birmingham even being labeled the gun capital of England, following a surge in gun-related crimes around the late 2010s. With two gangs battling for the control of Birmingham's underground crime scene, these two gangs going by Nine Boys and AR nowadays, with the beef even dating back to the 1980s. After
damn, bro, these niggas ancient. These niggas ancient gang banging. Well, not these current niggas, but these niggas was gang banging back in the day.
Two street gangs being the Johnson Crew and Burger Bar Boys would have a fierce rivalry.
Now, why is that name Burger Bar Boys? I ain't gonna cap to you. Someone gotta explain this name with the Burger Bar Boys.
Due to how long these gangs have been around, I won't be including Burger Bars and Johnson's full rivalry. However, I'll be covering the new generation of...
Alright, since they some old niggas, we're gonna give them a pass, because lots of old niggas be having some weird ass, wild ass names. I ain't gonna bap to you.
These gangs who have
they
basically
active.
Carried on the same beef with
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That sounds like some old shit.
Beefing each other. The beef between these two sides till this day has proven to be just as deadly as it was in the late 1990s. Now, Nine Boys is a large street gang based around multiple areas within Birmingham. This includes the Newtown, Aston, and Lozells area within the B19 postcode. The gang is often referred to as many different names. In the 2000s, the gang would be referred to as the Johnson Crew and would have a fierce and deadly rivalry with the Burger Bar Boys, who were based around Handsworth and Hockley, with the Johnson Crew being formed by members who were protecting themselves and their community from racist groups at the time. It would be during this time that the Johnson Crew...
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. That's how lots of gangs be having to be started and shit. That's how lots of gangs gotta be started, bro. Because lots of niggas think these niggas really had to motherfucking start gangbanging. Because think about it, bro. If you in the hood, right, and you around a bunch of gangbangers, right, these niggas is gonna probably try to fuck with you. So now, what you gotta do? You gonna have to start you a gang so you don't get fucked with. Now the Burger Boys, that's a crazy name, but motherfuckers said they still get active.
Who was previously referred to as the Inch High Crew, would begin to use their presence in order to make money illegally, with them starting to go by the Johnsons at this time, after their meeting spot, which was named the Johnsons Cafe. In recent years, the older generation's name would die out, with a younger generation of gang members
they just had a bad bitch up in that
bitch. As GMG or Get Money Gang, and another gang being Nine Boys. Nine Boys has become quite popular within the drill scene in recent years, with rappers like Trills who would seriously put on for Nine Boys. In the GMG gang, prominent rappers would also begin to appear. This included Mitch and Marnes Malone, who have both gained a lot of success in the drill scene. However, we can't talk about Nine Boys and GMG without talking about their rivals. Now, AR is a large street gang based around Handsworth and Hockley, within the B21 and B18.
And that pit looked nice, that bullet.
The AR gang's roots can be traced back to the early 1980s when they would be referred to as the Burger Bar Boys. Like the Johnson Crew, the Burger Bar Boys were also formed to combat racist groups in and around the area. However, the youths in the Burger Bar Boys would start to make money illegally, thus becoming the gang we know today. Similarly to the Johnson Crew, the Burger Bar name would originate from the gang's meeting spot being the Burger Bar on Soho Road.
I understand. I understand, but come on, my niggas. Like, for real, bro, like, y'all really couldn't think of nothing else. Like, the only thing y'all could think of is the Burger Bar that y'all was linking up at, bro. Like, y'all niggas gotta be more creative with this shit now.
The gang around this time would have a rivalry with Jamaican yardie gangs, as at this time, local street gangs would be getting attacked by Jamaican yardie dealers. Now, the Burger Bar Boys have had many smaller offshoot gangs that have been created within the last few years. This includes HTC or Handsworth Town Crooks, GHB or Ghetto Hustler Boys, and RMD or Real Man Dem. In recent years, the Burger Bar Boys name would die out like the Johnson Crew, with youngers starting to form their own sets under the original gang, with the most well-known of these sets being AR or Armed Response, based around Hockley and Winson Green, and also Handsworth.
Yeah, they had to get rid of that name. I would have too if I was the younger generation. I would have been like, hey, bro, we don't know what the fuck the Burger Bar Boys got going on.
Sets include LA, which is based around Ladywood, and the Bandits from Handsworth Wood. These gangs all identify themselves with the color red, whilst their opposition Nine Boys and GMG identify with the color blue. For simplicity's sake, I'll refer to each gang as their names nowadays. For example, Nine Boys, GMG, and AR. Prominent members of AR include Lynch, Cooley 18, and Rose, and associated rappers of Bandits, which is another younger generation of Burger Bar Boys, include Millions and Scora, who has recently blown onto the scene, with him looking as if he can blow in the drill scene. Now, Nine Boys and AR haven't always had a rivalry. In the early 1980s, the Johnsons and Burger Bar Boys would actually be calm with each other, as during this time they would both share a common enemy, this being nearby Yardie gangs, who had a massive control on the drug game around the areas during this time. The Johnson crew would begin to control the crack and heroin market within Birmingham around this time, with the beef between the two sides starting following a murder that would take place. Around the end of the 1980s, a member of the Johnson crew would murder another member of the Johnsons over a girl. This then resulted in the gangs
over a bitch? Come on, bro. And you see, I just watched that Shiro story, bro. And it's like, bro, you can't be doing this shit over a bitch, bro. Like, yeah, I seen that story, and that story, bro, proof even more you shouldn't be tweaking over a bitch, bro. Because they'll backdoor you.
splitting, with members picking sides. As a result of this, members would break off and create the gang Burger Bar Boys, as they often chilled at the Burger Bar on Soho Road. This entire situation is crazy, as this technically all started over a girl, and since then, has resulted in countless people being killed. In recent years, younger generations of each gang would emerge, notably AR, Nine Boys, and GMG. These gangs have just carried on the older generation's beef, and it's crazy to think that some of the members of the younger generation don't even know why they are beefing. The first instances of the AR gang emerging would be around 2015 and 16, when a young member of AR named Lynch would begin to dropping songs like Diligent and M to the N, which would really put on for the gang and gain a lot of attention in the streets. Now Lynch was rapping real grease on his songs, and what a lot of fans were about to find out is that he was not lying at all. On the 20th of July 2015, AR members would ride out looking for ops. When they would spot a 16-year-old rival on Nursery Road, the members would lean out of the car and shoot toward the member, hitting him in the back. The boy would be rushed to hospital, with his condition at first being life-threatening. However, he would luckily survive, although he would be left paralyzed following the attack. However,
bro, I ain't gonna cap to you. A win is a win. I ain't gonna cap to you. I feel like that's low-key kind of worse, bro. Like, it's better for the ops, because it's like, bro, you paralyzed the nigga, so you made his life worse, bro, on gang. Like, and then you still could diss the nigga. He still gonna hear your diss, and you're the reason why he can't walk. I feel like they low-key like they paralyzed the nigga more than killing him.
5 days later, AR members would ride out again, this time to the Electric nightclub, where two rivals would be shot in the legs. More instances would occur following this, seeing AR riding out and
now, why they shoot a nigga in the leg? I mean, you could die from a leg shot, but come on, my nigga. Don't be a leg shooter.
Shooting at ops. However, police would begin to watch the gangs, due to how big Lynch was getting in the music scene around this time. Police would begin to listen to his lyrics and watch his music videos. Lynch would be arrested shortly after, with police catching him with a 100-year-old revolver in his possession. He would plead,
"Oh my fucking God, gang. 100-year-old revolver. That's that UK shit I be talking about, gang. 100-year-old revolver, bro. Why is a nigga even ride around with that type of shit, bro? You can't be riding around with no motherfucker. I mean, you can ride around with a 100-year-old revolver. I mean, if it's shoot, it's shoot. But that shit crazy right there. He using the Abraham Lincoln gun.
guilty to conspiracy to possess a firearm with intent to endanger life. However, police would connect his lyrics to the shootings prior, and would connect Lynch to the 4 shootings in the months prior, with lyrics from popular song M to the N being used in court. The gun he was caught with was also not even used in the shootings months prior. However, due to his lyrics and his street ties, he would be arrested and would be handed 27 years in prison.
Hey, damn, bro. You see, niggas be self-snitching. Like, why do niggas do this shit, bro? Niggas want validation, bro. Yo, so they go snitch on themselves just so niggas can be like, yeah, you a real savage. Niggas don't get, no, you doing savage shit already, bro. If you doing savage shit, you don't gotta let people know that you doing savage shit, bro. Like, what the fuck be wrong with motherfuckers? And then he is somewhat smart, because at least he got rid of the gun that he was doing all that other shit with, because the other nigga that we was reacting to, they was doing all them crimes with the same gun. Like, nigga, are you slow, bro?
following his connections to the 4 shootings in the months prior. Following the arrest and sentencing of Lynch, a GMG rapper would begin to make waves in the underground drill scene, this being none other than Mitch, who would drop Pagans in March 2016, which would gain a lot of attention and is a serious banger. The song currently sits on over 2.5 million views. However, Mitch wouldn't stop there, and later in November 2016, Mitch would drop another UK banger titled Money Mitch. This song also gained a lot of attention, with it also sitting at around 2.5 million views. The beef between the gangs would continue to play out through 2016, with the gun crime statistics rising around this time, with an article even being published around this time titled, "Birmingham is in the grip of the worst gun crime wave in 5 years." It was clear that Birmingham was dangerous around this time, with AR and GMG being the major contributors to the crime rate at this time. It wouldn't be long until we would see the first person being killed between the younger generation of these gangs. On the 12th of September 2017, GMG members would spot a car that they believed belonged to an AR member named K. Rizzy. The GMG members would shoot towards the car. However, what they didn't know was that K. Rizzy's friend was actually in the car. K. Rizzy's friend would be shot as a result of the oncoming bullets. K. Rizzy would realize his friend had been shot and would be planning to get back. Only a day later,
I ain't gonna cap to you. This is why y'all niggas shouldn't be motherfucking like, if you really gang banging this shit, bro, you better make sure niggas don't know your car, because niggas know your car, bro. The worst place to get caught lacking is in a car. I ain't gonna cap to you, because there ain't really shit you can do but try to drive off.
They would find their get back. On the 13th of September 2017, Skelly, who was a GMG member, would be standing outside of a convenience store on Great Hampton Row at around 9:30 p.m. K. Rizzy and another AR member would ride out onto GMG territory. The members would spot Skelly, they would drive up to him, and one member would shoot a Mac 11 submachine gun towards Skelly. Skelly...
Damn! He dead. He gotta be dead.
Would be hit multiple times, and the AR members would flee in the car. They were observed speeding off on CCTV following the attack.
In a Volkswagen Golf. These niggas sliding in the Volkswagen Golf. Oh, gang, I ain't gonna cap to you. That shit is diabolical, bro. And then I see why they call AR now. I see why they call AR, bro. Them niggas got ARs for real, bro. You get in here with shit like that, bro, you're cooked, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. Them niggas is dangerous for sure.
Police and emergency services would be called to the scene following reports of a gun being fired. When ambulances would arrive, they would try their best to save Skelly. However, he would sadly be pronounced dead on the scene. A murder investigation would be launched following this. The investigation would see the arrest of 2 members, being Kane Robinson, or K. Rizzy, and Darielle Williams, who would both be arrested following the attack, and they would both receive life sentences with a minimum of 33 years.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Skelly.
I mean, when you sliding on niggas like that, they gonna give you those type of numbers, bro. Y'all ass out here sliding with them big shits.
It would be at around the time of the death of Skelly in 2017 that the West Midlands Police in Birmingham would hit the Burger Bar Boys and Johnson crew with the largest gang injunction. This saw 18 men from both gangs being...
So that's a RICO. A gang injunction is a RICO, basically. They hit their ass with a RICO, basically.
Banned from areas.
Damn, what the fuck happened to folks' head? Bro, what the fuck they do to Brody head? Don't tell me the ops did that shit to him, bro. That shit diabolical if the ops made his head like that.
Birmingham. This was a 2-year order and was put in place to stop violence between both gangs, following a spike in knife and gun crime related incidents within Birmingham. If the members would go to Birmingham during the gang injunction, legal proceedings would be taken against them. This just proves how deep and dangerous the ongoing gang war is. Anyways, following the gang injunction and death of Skelly, AR and GMG would begin to become very prominent within the drill scene. In 2017, GMG would appear on a song titled Coppers and Fours, which would gain quite a lot of attention, with it currently sitting on around 150,000 views. During 2018, the gangs would still be at war with each other, with stabbings and shootings being a regular occurrence, so much so that it would be impossible to talk about every incident. In 2018, the crime rate in Birmingham would be 99 crimes per 1,000 people, with around 114,000 crimes being reported. However, in 2019, this would soar to around 104 crimes per 1,000 people, with 120...
Damn, so it's just getting worse and worse out there too. Okay, so I guess the YN pandemic is everywhere, bro. It's just not in America, bro. YNs is taking over the entire world. I don't know what's going on, but YNs just took over everywhere, bro. That's why everything getting worse and worse.
20,000 crimes being reported at the end of the year. In May 2019, we would see one of the bloodiest days within the beef, with a stabbing, triple shooting, and murder taking place. On the 6th of May 2019, Marnes Malone, who is a prominent member of GMG, would spot AR members sitting in a car. He would point a gun he had on him towards the car. At this point, the AR members had seen him. Anyways, Marnes Malone would attempt to shoot. However, the gun would jam and wouldn't shoot. Marnes would then be
And you know the gun jam because niggas, bro, niggas be so stupid, bro. Like niggas, bro, they ass motherfucking don't maintain their guns, bro. Like that, it don't matter if you in the U. I know American niggas don't do it, so I'm pretty sure UK niggas the same way, bro. They ass don't maintain their gun, or that bitch up, clean it. The only thing they do is slide with that bitch. Like nigga, you think that bitch gonna keep on with that? That bitch just, oh yeah, bro, it's just gonna keep on shooting, bro. Keep on. No, nigga, you gotta work on that bitch. Make sure that bitch up to par. You feel me? Y'all niggas just, nope, we just finna shoot that bitch, bro.
chased into an underpass by the members and would be stabbed around 20 times. Emergency services would be called shortly after.
20
Luckily,
times.
Marnes was able to make a recovery.
How the fuck can you survive getting stabbed 20 times? Like, how the fuck can a nigga survive that shit, bro? Like, nigga, bro, that shit, they gotta be using that big dot. That's why y'all niggas be using them zombies, so that shit could fuck a nigga up.
However, police had found him with the gun he attempted to shoot the rivals with. He would be arrested after his recovery and would be given 11 years for possession of a firearm. Following the stabbing of Marnes,
I mean, 11 years for the U.S. I would be thinking they giving niggas 50 years for a gun in the UK. So 11 years ain't that bad, bro. But now I'm seeing that the gun shit is not like how I thought it was. You feel me?
Malone. Only a day later, a retaliation from GMG members would occur, and
I was gonna say, oh shit, these niggas tweaking, showing them.
On the 7th of May 2019, a day following the stabbing of Marnes Malone, Dante Mullings or Darnce would be sitting in a parked Vauxhall Corsa with 2 other members. Darnce is believed to have been a member of the AR gang. Anyways, a car containing GMG members would pull up next to Darnce. They were observed slowly driving up to the car. Following this, a member within the car that contained GMG members would open fire.
Nigga, I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I see a car pulling up slow. I'm getting going. I'm running, especially if I don't got no gun. Boy, I'm running like a motherfucker, bro. I ain't finna cap to you. Them niggas gonna see me turn into the fastest motherfucker ever. I ain't gonna bap to you.
Hitting Darnce and the other members in the car, Darnce would be critically injured and would be rushed to hospital. Despite the attempts of doctors and nurses, he would sadly be pronounced dead moments later. Yet again, another murder investigation would be launched. This investigation saw the arrests of 4 men from the GMG gang. They would all be charged for the murder and would be given life sentences following the murder of Darnce. Rest in peace, Darnce. In recent years, Marnes Malone would actually rap about the incident in a song titled Cold Hearted World, where he would rap, "I'm so glad that the stick jammed, cause it was pointed at his forehead." This recent song from Marnes Malone has actually blown up, with it gaining around 2 million views on YouTube, which is crazy as he is still in jail and is making serious waves in the UK drill scene. Whilst the violence
I mean, that shit don't be looking good on y'all cases, bro. Like, y'all niggas going up for a song that's motherfucking, you did some diabolical, you said some diabolical shit and you locked up for some diabolical shit. The judge, shit, that don't be looking good on y'all end. But shit, niggas don't give a fuck. They're like, shit, I'm diabolical. I don't give a fuck.
in the streets continued through 2019, with stabbings, shootings, and kidnappings becoming very normal between the 2 gangs. And going into 2020, the beef would once again heat up, with 2020 being a dangerous year in the beef. Around the end of 2019, a younger member of 9 Boys would begin to start dropping songs, this being Trills, who would drop Scary Flats in September 2019. This song would gain a lot of attention, and currently sitting on 338,000 views. It would be at the very beginning of 2020 that another person would fall victim to the streets, with this person even being remembered today by rappers like Marnes Malone. On the 15th of January 2020, a 17-year-old alleged member of GMG named Nas would get into an altercation with a boy who was from South London. Following this altercation, he would end up getting stabbed 4 times by the boy. The boy from London would flee following the attack, and police and emergency services would be called to the scene following the stabbing. Sadly, Nas would be pronounced dead shortly after the stabbing, with yet another murder investigation being launched. Seeing the arrest of the boy during the trial of the boy, it would be revealed that the boy who killed Nas was sent to Warwickshire to sell crack cocaine. This is often referred to as going OT, or out of town, and is the act of young people going to different counties to sell drugs. During sentencing, the boy would actually be found guilty of manslaughter, as he argued he acted in self-defense against Nas. The boy would be sentenced to 10 years in jail. Rest in peace, Nas. After the death of Nas, 9boys rappers and GMG rappers would begin to pay their respects to him. An example of this was recently when Marnes Malone dropped a song titled Ball For You, where he would rap about how he felt when Nas died, and how he has continued to support Nas's family, even whilst he's in jail. Rapping, "Got your sister's new Jordans, but they just want their brother back." He would also be observed giving Nas's family money in the music video. It's clear Nas was a loved member, and his passing
Real nigga, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. If that was your homie, bro, and you making that money on, bro, it's only right to look out for that people, bro. If you don't, bro, that wasn't your homie for real. I ain't gonna bap to you.
had a real impact on GMG and 9boys. Rest in peace, Nas. During 2020, violence between these gangs would escalate. It would be around this time that a shooting would take place. On the 20th of April 2020, two 9boys members named N Loose and D Skang would spot rival AR members inside a DFC chicken shop. The 9boys members would begin shooting at the rivals. This was all captured on CCTV, and the AR members were seen jumping over counters and running through the back of the chicken shop. Following this broad day shooting, both of the 9boys members, N Loose and D Skang, would be arrested. Both of these members would be
niggas popping out broad daylight at DFC. Is DFC KFC? Is that the UK version of KFC, or y'all got KFC out there? And that's just like a little chicken spot, you feel me? But at the end of the day, these niggas, bro, why like niggas don't understand, like, nigga, you gonna go to jail 9 times out of 10 doing this shit in broad daylight, bro. Yes, you could look like a super savage, but super savages end up going jail the fastest, bro. Like, sometimes just you gotta wait. If a nigga not inside a spot where you could kill him without motherfucking seeing that shit, just give him a pass. Damn.
Be found guilty of possession of a firearm and would be jailed following the attack. Following the attack, Trills would drop a song titled Band's Addiction, where he would actually reference the incident within the lyrics. He would rap,
"Tops to the groove, to the six. The man should have used just eat, but instead of our lap for a chicken and chips. All I hear is 9boys that.
The violence would...
Damn! It's just eats like DoorDash or some shit. Is that basically DoorDash? Is that DoorDash or some shit? Because I'd be like, damn, he should have just used DoorDash.
And only a few months later, in September 2020, another person linked to the beef would sadly be killed.
Yo, I'm gonna hit your line in a second. I'm streaming.
AKA Krill.
On the 26th of August 2020, a GMG member named Krill and his friend Lawrence Morgan would spot a group of rivals.
There, you see, I'm starting to catch on now.
Group returning fire. Krill would get into a nearby car and would attempt to flee from the bullets. However, the car wouldn't start, with Krill being shot in the stomach by the rivals.
Damn.
Sadly, Krill would be pronounced dead moments after being shot, with another...
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. That's why I said, once you inside the car and a nigga start shooting at you in the car, you cook. I ain't gonna cap to you. For car, boy, I'm damn near gonna try to just keep running, bro. I ain't gonna bap to you. That shit, car shit get you
murder
fucked
investigation being launched following the shooting. This saw two teenagers aged 16 and 17 being arrested, and Lawrence Morgan would also be arrested, with all of the members involved being sentenced to life in prison. Rest in peace, Krill. Following the death of Krill, a lot of his old songs would begin to get leaked. This included songs like Hit in His Head. This entire situation is sad, as Krill was a very talented young rapper, but he
they just laid it flat out, hit in his head. These niggas don't give a fuck.
Chose to focus on the street life and would sadly fall victim to the streets. The beef would continue throughout 2020, with stabbings and shootings being reported a lot around this time. And what makes it crazier is that a lot of the members doing these violent acts are kids, with the youngest even being a 12-year-old responsible for a shooting.
These fucking YNs, bro. That's what I'm saying. These YNs, bro. Like, I ain't gonna cap to you. The parents need to beat the shit out of these little kids at a young age, bro, because the YN is at an all-time high. So soon as your kid do some YN, like soon as you see a little sign of a YN in the kid, you gotta do that shit now, bro. Because if you don't, they're gonna be out here doing that shit to niggas on the street with weapons and all types of shit. So you gotta beat them so they don't beat other motherfuckers in the street and go to jail, bro. It's just how it is, bro.
2020 would end with 9boys rappers Trills and Screwface dropping a serious UK drill banger titled Birmingham City. This song would blow up and seriously put 9boys on the scene, with it gaining a lot of attention and currently sitting on over 7 million views, seriously blowing up. However, Trills and Screwface weren't the only rappers from these areas beginning to rap. On the opposition side, a new rapper known as Cooley would begin to rap on drill beats, and he was known to be seriously hard. However, due to the condition he had being sickle cell, this makes him sound and look younger than he actually is. Due to his voice being quite squeaky, people would assume he was a younger. However, he was around 18 in 2020. Anyways, Cooley would drop a song with fellow AR members titled No Hook. Cooley has actually had quite a big impact on the beef between AR and 9boys/GMG, with him allegedly being behind many shootings and stabbings. 2021 would start, with the war continuing, and within the first month of 2021, a 15-year-old member of AR would be killed. On the 21st of January 2021, a 15-year-old named Keon Lincoln, who was allegedly a member of AR, named
You see, the thing is, bro, I don't know, because the news and all these shits be using these nice ass photos and shit. Oh yeah, the little kid died, and then you would see videos of the little kid motherfucking doing diabolical ass shit, sliding on the opposite shit. You be like, so why y'all use this picture of him? And this nigga doing all this type of shit. Why don't you use the picture of this nigga fucking up niggas on the streets? But I don't know. Maybe he just one of those people that wasn't in the streets. But this shit look like he a nice kid. He look like he don't even want to do that street shit from this picture.
named K1. Anyways, K1 would be standing outside of his home within Handsworth. A white car would pull up containing GMG and 9boys members. The members would spot K1. K1 would jump over a garden wall and would begin to run up a road. The GMG members would run after him, chasing him. He would be stabbed multiple times, and then a 14-year-old member of GMG would shoot K1 whilst he was on the floor, with him sustaining a wound to the stomach. The GMG members would flee following this, leaving K1 to die on the scene.
Boom. Bro, these niggas just like to stab niggas, bro. Because why did you just shoot the nigga when he was running to stop him from running? These niggas get the thrill of hawking niggas down like hyenas. Like, that's the fun part to them. It's like, bro, why shoot a nigga when you could catch a nigga? Like they like to work for their kill type shit. I see what it is, bro. Because it's like, bro, you could have just shot him and made it way more easier, bro, instead of that running shit. But I think, bro, they take pride in that shit, bro. They take more pride in cutting a nigga up than popping a nigga.
And sadly, K1 would be pronounced dead moments later. Police and emergency services would arrive at the scene with another murder investigation being launched. This investigation would see a 14-year-old boy being sentenced to 16 years, a 16-year-old being sentenced to 17 years, and a man named Kieran Donaldson being sentenced to a 12-year custodial sentence after supplying the gun used. This is crazy, as K1 and one of the GMG members actually went to school together and were observed being friends. However, due to their street ties, they would be forced to beef each other. AR members would be looking for retaliation following this, and around March 2021, they would find retaliation against one of 9boys' most popular members. This being the stabbing of Trills, who was becoming a very well-known member of 9boys around this time. Trills would be trapping out of a bando around March 2021. AR members would get the drop on him. They would wait for him outside of the house. Once Trills would leave the house, the AR members would follow behind him. A fight would then ensue between the members, with Trills being stabbed in his leg and in his back. The attackers then slashed him multiple times in the face with the knife and left him. Trills would be rushed to hospital and would luckily make a recovery, with a photo emerging around this time showing the slashes to Trills' face. 9boys would be planning a get-back for the stabbing on Trills, and a day later, on the 14th of March 2021, 9boys members would ride onto AR territory, where they would then shoot a 17-year-old member of AR. However, he would also luckily survive. It's also alleged another rival member would be shot.
You see, I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I feel like, bro, these niggas, I think, but y'all said bullets more expensive. These niggas will be dying if they actually shoot a nigga more times, but it's like these niggas, one shot, one kill, and if they don't get that kill in that one shot, then a nigga live to see another day. Like, that's what I'm starting to notice with what they doing out there. But some niggas killing niggas still. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna shoot them up.
After Trills would recover, that he would be dropping serious UK drill bangers. However, since 2021, we haven't heard from Trills, with it being alleged he jumped off road and is focusing on a legal path. It's also alleged he got de-recruited because he was gay. However, I guess we will never know. Throughout 2021, we would also see another member allied with GMG starting to rap, this being K-Money from the CG gang, who would drop some songs within 2021. However, what he didn't know was that he was being investigated by Westminster West Midlands Police. This was due to his street presence, with him allegedly being very involved with the streets. And in November 2021, police would raid a bando he was in. They would find drugs and guns on the scene. He would be arrested and charged. Following this, he would later be sentenced to 10 years.
No, that's why I said some niggas get
However,
fucked up.
His prison sentence,
the nigga
he has
with the
managed to
Mac 10
grow a
fucked the
fan
nigga
base
up.
in prison, along with Marnes Malone. K-Money has managed to establish himself as a UK drill rapper from jail, with a lot of his songs gaining hundreds of thousands of views. In 2021, Cooley would also be dropping songs. This included 22 G's, which was a serious UK drill banger, and currently sits on 665.
22 G's is a New York rapper. You feel me? If y'all ain't know that shit.
1,000 views. However, it would also be around November 2021 that Cooley would find himself being wanted for a shooting he had committed. On the 18th of November 2021, 3 members of the AR gang, including Cooley, would ride out looking for ops. They would spot a 13-year-old boy who was walking with friends at around 7 p.m. A black SUV vehicle with the 3 AR members would pull up. They would spot the 13-year-old. Cooley would shoot the 13-year-old in the back. Cooley and the other AR members would flee following the shooting and were.
Well, did the 13-year-old gangbanger, or was that just a random 13-year-old? Because if it's a random 13-year-old, bro, that's some bitch ass nigga shit. And even then, bro, why could you just kill yeah, I know he's a 13-year-old, bro. And if he gangbanging, I understand, but why couldn't you just smoke some of the older niggas? Give him more time to develop and see if he actually want to live this street life, you feel me? You didn't even give this nigga a decision to choose another route, bro. You like, nope, we finna get him. We getting him on game.
Observed running away on CCTV. Despite the boy's injuries, he managed to call police. Emergency services would arrive on the scene and would perform life-saving first aid. Luckily, the boy would survive. However, the boy has been left paralyzed following the shooting. And the saddest part is that it was a case of mistaken identity. Anyways, an investigation would.
Bro, this is what the fuck I mean, bro. You just fucked up a random kid life, bro, over mistaken identity, though. Like, I can't respect the niggas that do that goofy shit, bro. Like, make sure you hitting the nigga. Like, especially when it come to kids, my nigga. Like, nigga, first of all, bro, the last ops you should want to slide on is the little young niggas. Unless that little young nigga really put him belt to ass. If he really fucking y'all niggas up like that, then go ahead and go for the young nigga. But the young nigga just out there, being a little young nigga talking his shit, you feel me? Just, give him a little bit slight pass, you feel me? And get the older niggas first. But you going out your way to get the young nigga, do you accidentally get the wrong young nigga, bro? That shit, come on, bro. That's goofy shit right there.
Would be launched following this shooting, and days later, armed police would arrest Cooley and the other AR members, with it all being captured on an armed police officer's body camera. In 2022, Cooley was sentenced to life with a minimum of 17 years for the shooting, and yet this is another wasted talent within the drill scene, as Cooley was actually a cold rapper. However, he focused on the road life and must now deal with the consequences. Following the shooting, a younger rapper from Handsworth would start rapping, this being Scora, who would drop a song titled Squeeze It, with a rapper from the set LT9, this rapper being Rels. This duo was seriously hard, and due to Scora only being 16 at the time, fans would start to notice him as he had a seriously hard flow and a seriously cold rhyming scheme along with Rels. Now, Scora reps the bandit side of Handsworth. However, in recent years, he has grown closer to LT9 and frankly, often dropping songs with members of this gang. I believe Scora could go clear if he focuses on music, and especially because of his age only being 18, he definitely has the potential, as he's colder than people double his age in my opinion. 2022 would start with rappers from both sides of the beef sending shots towards each other in the drill scene. This would include a rapper from Aston named Screwface dropping a Hood's Hottest. However, he isn't that consistent, and nor are other 9 Boys members. In 2022, a member of B20 would be getting seriously active in the streets, this being SK, who had allegedly applied a lot of pressure to all of his ops. However, sadly, due to him being active in the streets, he would be targeted by rivals, and in July 2022, the life would catch up to him. Around July 2022, SK, who was a member of B20 or bandits, would be attacked by rivals on Nursery Road. He would sadly be stabbed by the rivals. The rival members would flee following the attack, and emergency services would be called to the scene. However, despite their best attempts at saving SK, he would sadly be pronounced dead moments later. A murder investigation would be launched following this, with a 12-year-old among other teenagers being arrested. However,
12-year-old nigga. You see, that's why I'm saying these young niggas, bro, they fucking up their life and they don't even know it. They going down this road doing this shit, thinking, oh yeah, they cool, they savage, they tough. And then when they get 30 years down the line, they going, damn, bro, I really fucked up my fucking life. That's why parents just need to start beating the shit out of these kids, because they're going to be happy later down the line that you beat the gang banging life out of them. Like that's what you got to do. If you don't beat the gang banging life out of them, they either gonna go to jail, die, or they might become a successful rapper. But that's not a real high chance.
I can't find a whole lot on this, as a lot of it is unknown. Rest in peace, SK. Following the
I mean, the reason why lots of that shit is gonna be unknown because if you said it was like a 12-year-old, them are like minors, bro. So that's like they don't really be trying to put that shit all over to the world like that. You feel me? Because they not a adult yet.
death of SK, rappers like Skora, Rels, and Chubbs would be paying their respects to SK within their music. A lot of SK's music was leaked after his death, and he was a seriously cold rapper from the exclusives I have heard. Since the death of SK, many tit-for-tat incidents have occurred between both gangs. Both sides have been quite inconsistent in music. However, Screwface and YS would drop a cold song recently titled Talk My Shit, and rappers like Skora have also been consistent in the drill scene, with him gaining hundreds of thousands of views on songs he has released like Danger to Society and Paid in Full. Recently, Marnes Malone and K-Money would blow up from jail with songs like Cold Hearted World and Signing Day, gaining a lot of attention. However, both rappers wouldn't stop at just dropping songs, they would actually both drop albums. In 2023, K-Money would drop a 15-track album titled Time Is Money 2, and in 2024, he would drop an album titled Sign to the Streets. Both of these albums would gain a lot of success. In 2023, Marnes Malone would also drop an 11-track album.
Yeah, did he just show a sign of a needles with a junkie laying on the ground? You didn't have to show that, bro. But I guess he showed a lifestyle.
With this also gaining a lot of success, and I hope that both of these rappers can use their talents to gain success, even whilst being behind bars. If you have learned anything from this video, make sure it's that the road life is...
Yeah, okay. Okay. So the road life is the street life. You feel me? I bet. Road life is the street life. As y'all can see, bro, these niggas get wild. These niggas wilder than we thought. And I honestly like reacted to this type of shit more than the American shit. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. This shit be more funner. It's more interesting because you don't never know. These niggas might stab you. They might shoot you. You feel me?